this meeting to order. Mr. Chairman, I move that we dispense in the calling of the call. Since there are no objections, we proceed. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This meeting is a continuation of our previous hearing concerning the so-called Pepsi number figure controversy. By conducting a series of public hearings in aid of legislation, we hope to understand the real circumstances behind the number figure controversy, why it generated much publicity, and how we can possibly avoid or prevent the same situation in the future. Based on the documentary and oral evidence, we shall try to find out how effective the Department of Trade and Industry is in protecting the consuming public and promoting fair trade. Number figure issue has generated heated debate. After conducting this hearing, we hope to enact a legislation that will prevent the same controversy from happening again. We have today the following witnesses that are lined up here. We call first on Mr. Quintin Gomez Jr. of Pepsi. Mr. Gomez, will you identify yourself, please?
My name is Quintin Gomez Jr. I'm presently the media manager of Pepsi Cola International.
Okay. I think you were here in the last hearing, weren't you?
That's correct, sir.
Okay. Okay. The other witness we will call first to testify is Attorney Vicente Fierro, President of the Coalition of 349.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to correct the impression. First of all, I am not a lawyer. I am very knowledgeable in law, and I have occasion to participate and actively and directly participate in several legal combats in court, and I have won these cases, although I have not signed any document officially. But for that matter, I'm appearing here as a consumer advocate using my background in advertising and promotion as the basic foundation for my presentation, knowing very well that this is a case of promotions and advertising. I feel that I am in very good ground because this is my turn.
Mr. Fierro, according to the Pepsi people, they have paid 240 million plus already in the settlement of all these cases with the consuming public. I would like to ask you one important question. In spite of all these payments, why are you pursuing this crusade?
Mr. Chairman, there has been so much consumer abuse in this country. People's lives have been trampled upon in pursuit of marketing objectives, profits for companies. It's high time that we straighten up our ships and let's put a stop to this. That is why in our goal, we want to present the truth as it is, not the truth that which everyone the public to believe. I have here a presentation to present the actual facts as it happened. When we join the audience, I'd like to do so upon approval of the chair.
Okay, you have the facts here with you, and I believe you're going to show us some slides where you believe in your crusade that the consumer should be protected.
Yes, Your Honor.
Shall we proceed with the slides, please?
It's combination audiovisual and TV clips of Pepsi commercials, as well as reactions of the people. This is a presentation of our position, which we have adopted: consumer vigilance for free enterprise. Because lately there's been so much indifference. Let's have this vigilance once and for all, and perhaps the good thing that will come out of it, that after the 349, after the Pepsi number fever, we have a new vigilant consumer in the Philippines. Okay. Our presentation, our position is called Pepsi's deception of Filipino consumers to the number fever promotion, accidental or deliberate? Because that is the question. No one could ever dispute the fact that Pepsi's number fever, launched February last year, was the most popular promotional scheme ever launched in Philippine marketing history. In such a short period prior to the controversial 349 announcement, the promotion had mesmerized and held in captivity the millions of Filipino consumers. It was a great idea that exploited to the optimum the poverty and ignorance of the masses. It did so with impunity and abandon, fully cognizant of the weakness and apathy of our government body tasked with regulating commercial activities and unlawful trade practices. However, since that eventful day of May, consumerism in the Philippines will never be the same again. The largest overextended mass protest against a particular company had spread in many cities and municipalities throughout the country. Sometimes, violent means were resorted by radical groups. It was indeed a consumer revolution so unparalleled before in any country in this universe. Like Exxon's February revolution, the consumers had no one to stand behind them. Government effort proved to be superficial. Pepsi's most devastating headache had threatened not only its market existence in this part of the globe, but also in other markets of the soft drink company. The Pepsi challenge and its response, the way we see it. As expected, the catastrophic consumer outrage rocked Pepsi plants and offices. The joint forces of PepsiCo Inc., which is the branch of the giant U.S. soft firm, and its county franchisee, Butler Pepsi Product Philippines Inc., had their hands full in quelling the many troubled spots that the disaster control brigade from the United States had to be dispatched to halt and check the crisis, which could, if not solved, spell its untimely demise from the Philippine market. Soon the mechanism in coping with the crisis was in place and executed. Pepsi did the following. Issued announcement that 349 is the only number with winning and non-winning security codes. For the first time, bears that the security code was actually the basis for determining the winner and not the winning number, heavily communicated in the advertising campaign of the number fever promotion. Apologize for the confusion, Pepsi apologized for the confusion created and paid 550 pesos goodwill money to all 349 claimants, regardless of security codes and price amounts indicated. They also convened the media to tone down the coverage, thereby creating the impression that the issue died already. The broadsheet newspapers and most television networks, sad to say, could not afford to displease the major league advertisers. They also came to the point of neutralizing the effect of the DTI Pepsi Task Force by offering a monetary compromise arrangement equivalent to the administrative fine being considered at that time, which was 150,000 pesos. Thus, the DTI considered the Pepsi number fever a closed matter, despite the fact that it was swamped with complaints in all its offices from consumers. To add insult to injury, it even approved other Pepsi promotions. You can catch this, and today they have launched a dangerous tour. I wonder if they were referring to the dangerous tour of the sales vehicles. Anyway, responded to the criminal cases filed throughout the Philippines against it, which was eventually dismissed.